Hello and welcome to another Maplestory video, and we are gonna do a follow-up from that big or that long video that I did when I was talking about your comments and covering up Lion Poke's builds and such. So today we're gonna be covering up the build that Ace Cat was asking me about. So showcasing here, it says, or at least it shows the build that he mentioned. I noticed you had 3 points missing, and I would assume that's something you want to put in your Darkbreaker, because you can't spend any more points into Earthquake, so Darkbreaker is going to be maxed at that point. Anything else, I guess I would put it in the Bloodlust or Deep Wounds. I don't know. But looking at your comment, it says, can you try this and tell the number with the parse, mainly spin and Darkbreaker as soon as you reach 10, and Earthquake at 10 as well. So we're gonna do that, and we'll see how it goes. So we have one more point remaining. I guess we should let's put it on Bloodlust. I don't know. So with your build, let's see how it goes. I'm just gonna stand over here and we'll start it off. So here's your build, Ace Cat. Oh, that's lag spike though. I do apologize for that. If I think about it, if I now spend this amount of points into Bloodlust, it might be a little bit wonky and a little bit not worth it, because I'm not using it. So I'm having 6 points now at not having any damage into it. Yeah. As you can see, I'm probably fucked up a little bit in between. It's not gonna be as high as I would thought it would be. You're spinning only as well, so you're not utilizing much of your spirit, and that's gonna be a waste. But around, let's say around 4 million or 3.8. I'll do another one. I'll redo this one. I did have some lag moments when I used that Darkbreaker and Earthquake at the same time, so let's redo it. So I'm not sure how you came up with this build. I guess you're into the spinning part and Darkbreaker. I don't know, I just don't see the value of this, because you are relying on a stationary target to land your Darkbreaker, and you're not using much of your spirit, which could have been done more damage, because when I use my Void Slash, I'm doing a lot of like double amount of damage than spinning build, because spinning deals what, 14k for me, 13-14k, but Void Slash does 22k per hit for me, so you're missing out on the damage if you're just sticking to spinning. But yeah, 4 million, 4.1, 4 million is with this build. And if you watch in my previous videos, Void Slash build had 5.2 million, so you are losing out of yeah, 1.1 million damage there. Groundbreaker build that I made was 4.8 million, so you're off with 700k damage if you go with this build. So it's not a recommendation, but you know, it's up there if you want to be lazy, I guess. I'm not gonna say you're lazy with this build, but it's not, you know, having the high damage and you're just spinning most of the time. So yeah. Going back with the comment, I know I can't, for some reason OBS does not want to showcase that, but there was a mentioned on the on the comment regarding the Void Slash build that I had before. So let's do that. We're gonna spend most of our points into Void Slash and Darkbreaker now. But instead of this, we are gonna spend everything on the Deep Wounds. And I guess we don't have any points remaining. I guess we're spending it on the Bloodlust. I would assume Bloodlust is there to fill in whenever we have, let's say, downtime, or we need to heal, or whenever our SP is running low. I don't think there was much of an issue with that with the Void Slash build, but let's give it a try. So the comment did say, switch it out, see how it is without the blood price. Or actually, I think you said have one blood price and then rest on the, yeah, let's do that instead. I think that's what you mentioned. So have blood price here, and then I do have one extra skill point. So I guess additional blood price to the build. So I believe it was White Shadow that mentioned this, and we are gonna have fully on the Deep Wounds, full on the Void Slash, Darkbreaker. We also have Warrior Instinct maxed out, Graceful Mastery maxed out, etc. So the only last skill point I could put on is either 1 point extra into Blood Price, or Earthquake, or on Bloodlust. It's up to you, I guess. If you want to be minimalistic, you know, because people are being triggered by having, you know, 1 extra skill point into Blood Price. Let's go with 7 on the Bloodlust instead. So with this build, we're ignoring the Death Spin. We're going to use Void Slash, Earthquake, whenever that happens. We have Deep Wounds maxed out, and then we have Earthquake as well. So let's give it a try. Yeah, as you can see over here, in comparison to the previous build, we are doing 20k per hits instead of 14, so this is a much improvement. We are having the bleed in, and it's ticking. I haven't crit for a long time now, but yeah, the bleed is on 24/7. It's max level, and we'll see how strong it is now. We do have the Bloodlust in between as well. Do not forget about that. But as you guys can see, the damage is actually going similar. So I don't see why people are saying bleed is stronger than the other. I mean, it is, what, 5.2 as I had before with the Void Slash build, when I spent my points on Blood Price over Deep Wounds. But I mean, I guess it makes more sense, because the Deep Wounds is always going to be on the boss as long as you crit, while Blood Price is more about you having the 30 seconds of the time that you actually have to deal damage. If you're not dealing damage within that 30 seconds, you are going to lose out. So it's, in general, I would say, just go with whatever, you know. A lot of people are theorycrafting and, you know, picking up about what kind of build is better and such. You know, I'm not going to rely too much on my crit. You're testing on a dummy. Just remember that. You're testing this on a dummy. And I don't know how it works in Maplestory 2, if people from Korean Maplestory 2 has more knowledge or information regarding critical resistance, for example. If you're not critting, you're not going to get Deep Wounds in. So that's one of the issues there. But if you have Blood Price, you do need to focus on being 30 seconds active on hitting all the hits on the target. So pick and choose, you know. I'm not gonna say which one is better. You choose either to go with 10 on Deep Wounds or 10 on Blood Price. There's a fucking hot topic about it in Discord channel, and people are saying that the crit with the build with the dots is much better. Go for it. I'm not gonna go with this. I'm just pretty much done because this discussion about which one is better and this is better than the other one. Let's give it a try. Let's put the minimum over here and let's put it over here. See how it goes. A lot of people are probably gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you saying?" But let's give it a try. So 5.2 million with the deep wounds, and now let's try with the blood price. See which one is better. Let's go. So we're gonna do one Void Slash in there, and I mean one Bloodlust in there because that's what we did in the previous build. We're gonna do that when we reach red-ish, because that's when that happened. But yeah, and then let the dots take in with the Darkbreaker because that's what I did. And as you can see, 5.2 million. Like, it's very minimalistic. I don't know what to go with. You guys decide. I don't really care. Void Slash with Blood Price or Void Slash with Deep Wounds. It's, yeah, just go with whatever you want. But as you can see, I already showcased this. It's the same damage for me, so whatever. Now, going off with the last build I wanted to cover up, that John Kiba, I think, mentioned, like, you want to go max on this, max on certain skills. He does not approve that I have spin as a filler and I should just spam the Groundbreaker, so we'll do that. We're gonna max out this. I think he did not want me to use any of the Earthquake, so I would assume this was the build. He did not link any image of the build. I'm not sure if he even mentioned about Warrior Instinct, for example, but he did say max out you should just use Groundbreaker and I guess Bloodlust to fill in, and then have Deep Wounds max out as much as possible. So let's give this a try, see how it goes. No Earthquake in this one, and let's get it started. First off, we need to replace some skills so I can get used to it. I guess we're using Void Slash now instead of spinning, because spinning is not going to be your stacking because it's lower damage compared to Void Slash. So I'm going to use Void Slash to 10, and then once I've gotten 10 I'm going to use Groundbreaker and spam that only. If that's what I understood correctly from John Kiba said. And then Bloodlust in between, and then yeah, just Groundbreak and hold it down. So let's get it started. Oh, and now I'm hitting 2 targets. Hooray. And this is what you said to me, like, use this and Bloodlust in between. I don't... yeah, we'll see. This is what you said to me. I don't understand, John Kiba. So I'm gonna bring that message up once again, and we'll see how you feel about it. Alright, let's bring that comment up. I probably fucked up. I don't want to make you look bad or anything, but since you didn't provide me any information about the skill build, I'm just going off with what you said previously. So excuse me if this is going to take some time, because I have to open up the comment section again, reading that off. I probably should have had it open up all the time, just so I can compare and see how it was. So excuse me if this is taking too long. This is not going to be the end result. I was just trying it out so you can see how I performed with this. Let's see, I got 5 extra comments, but that's not so important at the moment. I'll read that later on YouTube. Let's see your comment, Kiba. Just making sure that I'm in range for only one target, right? Let's see. Okay, so you are a... I just read the updated reply 44 minutes ago. You're both Korean and Chinese Maplestory 2 player. Allow make builds that take many hours at here to done. Don't be scared of Chaos Race. You don't need to spin to win there. Any build is good there, and remember other classes don't have spin and they do Chaos Raids. That's correct as well, because they utilize other method of DPSing. When they get very good XP in Chaos, you will feel fine in any other class build. May I will share build later, but for now I don't want to share them, sorry. Okay, so that's on your side. You want to have it your personal build, so yeah, it's gonna be hard to, you know, utilize and see how it's gonna work. But let's see. They are more harder to play. Your build is fine. You're a beginner in Zerk or Raid. Top DPS build is very hard, but that is priced for top DPS. In Korean, people will with right gear can out DPS with hardest build by 100%. For now, global it can go only 30% or more. Okay, so yeah. A lot of people are new in Global Maplestory 2, and yes, I am. I've only played Maplestory 2 from close beta 2, so yeah. I think this is how your build would be. Let's see. Bloodlust at max rank, so that's correct. Slam is maxed, that's all you need to do. After 10 stacks, you hold your slam key, no macro. Use Bloodlust at max rank. Slam. Bloodlust, slam, auto hit, slam. Raging slash or spin for filler is less damage overall, so auto hit is best. Bloodlust have high crit, blah blah blah. Yes, okay. If you will test this, you will see the value of blood is very low, or not worth it at all. Max deep wound is good damage, you will have 100% uptime. Okay, so I did it correctly, I would assume, having Void Slash as your starter, and the spin is not supposed to be your stack, or 10 stack filler or whatever. So let's do this again, and hopefully you'll be proud of me, senpai or whatever. But yeah, let's go. I'm just following the instructions that you mentioned. I am taking your feedback and criticism, and I'm holding it down, seeing the damage. That's what you said, so we'll see. I'm just holding it down. This is the auto attack that you mentioned. Slam, Bloodlust, slam, auto hit, slam. Raging slash or spin for filler is less damage overall, so auto hit is the best. and there's your build. I don't know how perfect your build is. When you told me, because you didn't want to share it, I just read your updated comment. I'm just going off with this, I assume, because deep wounds is something that you will have over here, for example, that you want to max up. I don't have any points. I would assume if you remove points from Darkbreaker or anything, it would go into here, but I don't see any value into it, because Warrior Instinct is something that you want to have for the piercing. But 4.5 million in 1 minute, that's your build. I don't want to be rude or anything, but as you've seen, Void Slash did more damage on paper, and as you saw my build, what I did with the filler, I had 300k damage more. So pick and choose, you know. I don't want to say something is bad or whatever, what works for you, but yeah, I'm just gonna go off with what I've tested right now. I've done this twice now, so I know it's not optimal. I can do it 10 times, for example, and just then tell you, but I don't want to make this video for too long. But yeah, I tried your build out. If I got this correctly, I don't know, but as you've seen, 4.5 million. I tried out every other build that people have mentioned. Crit versus Blood Price in Void Slash, it was the same shit for me. I tried Ace Cat's build, it didn't go out well. It did pretty well, to be honest, in comparison to this, but yeah, it did not go well. It had only 4 million, 4.1 million. You can get 5.2, for example, with Void Slash. I got 4.8 with my build, in Groundbreaker build, and now trying out the build that I tried to follow up with yours, John Kiba. It did not fulfill the maximum DPS as you mentioned, but I don't know. You said you were a Korean Maplestory 2 player. I don't know, and you're wearing the Chinese. Maybe they have different values. I don't know. You need to do your test yourself, and if you can upload a video and showcasing it, do that, because I don't know much about Maplestory 2 myself. I'm new. I started from Close Beta 2. I started from Close Beta 1 even. So I've done my research and I've tried them out, and I'm showcasing it to everyone. So feel free to comment, like, dislike. You know, it's up to you. I've done the tests now, and I think I'm done with Berserker for now. I'm still sticking to my builds. If not, I might try out Lion Poke's build for a bit, play around and see which one is much more fun and which one suits me the most. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. This has been a pleasure of mine to be testing things out. If you do have more builds that you want to share and want me to try out, I can make that and try it out. But for now, I'll have to take my leave, and I'll see you guys in the next video.